Dear students, welcome to ARS Biological Paradise. I am very happy to meet you again. In this class, we are going to discuss about a interesting topic and also very simple to understand, very easy to understand, that is called karyotype. Karyo means nucleus. Karyo means nucleus. So we are going to study about the structure of nucleus, especially the structure of chromosomes which is present in the nucleus. So just imagine this is a cell. So inside the cell, a nucleus is there. Inside the nucleus, chromosomes are there. So this is cell, this is nucleus, this is chromosomes. So in this karyotype, it is a technique, it is a method to study about the chromosomes or to study about the nucleus. What is the first step here? First step in this method, we are removing the chromosomes, or we are separating the chromosomes from the cells. For example, like this. So chromosomes alone, like this. So now this is chromosomes. We are separating the chromosomes, complete set of chromosomes from a cell. That is called karyotype. So listen here students, what is karyotype? Nothing but separation of complete set of chromosomes from a cell. We are separating the chromosomes, complete set of chromosomes we are separating from a cell. This is called what? Karyotype. This is called karyotype. So after separation, what happens? Just listen. These chromosomes are arranged. These chromosomes are arranged into a pairs. So now we know that chromosome structures like this. So we are arranging the chromosomes in pairs. Arranging the chromosome in pairs. Thus, this is called ideogram. This is called what? Ideogram. So, next point. Arrangement of chromosomes. This is called arrangement of chromosomes. That is called ideogram. Or you can say diagrammatic representation. Diagrammatic representation of chromosomes. That is called karyotype, otherwise you can say ideogram, both are same. So once again I want to repeat all these things. Listen here. Karyotype, karyo means nucleus. This is nucleus, this is cell. Inside the cell, nucleus is present. This nucleus contains chromosomes. What is the first step here? We are separating the chromosomes from the cell. Complete set of chromosomes, not single chromosomes or some chromosomes. We are separating complete set of chromosomes from the cell. That is called what? Karyotype. And then after separation, we are going to arrange the chromosomes according to their size, structure and shape. This arrangement in pairs, that is called ideogram, or simply you can say diagrammatic representation of chromosome is called karyotype. Next students, we are going to study about the preparation of karyotype. Preparation of karyotype. This method first introduced by T. Geo and Levin, the name of the scientist, in the year 1960. T. Geo and Levin in 1960, he cultured the lymphocytes. He cultured the lymphocytes from human blood. From human blood. First in 1960, T. Geo and Levin cultured the lymphocytes from human blood. So for this method, we need a substance. For this technique, for karyotype progress, we need a substance that is called, more important, that is called colchicine or colchicine. What it may be? This is a colchicine is a chemical substance. So this substance is used in this process. For what process? Actually, this colchicine stop or arrest the cell division. Arrest the cell division at metaphase stage. At metaphase stage, actually the chromosomes are very clear in this metaphase stage. You know that what is metaphase? There are various phases are there in cell division: anaphase, telophase, prophase, like this. Okay, this metaphase stage where the chromosomes are very clear to listen or clear to see, so that we want to arrest that stage. So for that arrest of cell division, we are using a substance called what? Colchicine. Now these chromosomes are get photographed. The chromosomes are photographed. So after that what happens? These photographed chromosomes are cut into small separate fragments, and then we are arranging them into homologous pairs. Arranging them into homologous pairs. So once again I want to repeat. First we are using a substance that is called what? Colchicine. So what is the use of colchicine? This arrests the cell division and metaphase stage, especially during mitosis. Not in meiosis. This mitosis stage where all the chromosomes are clear to observe, and especially in the metaphase stage. So to arrest this stage, we are using a substance called colchicine. Now the chromosomes are very clear to see. Then we have to photograph the chromosomes, and then we are arranging the chromosome into homologous pairs. We are arranging the chromosomes into homologous pairs. This arrangement is called karyotype. This is called what? Karyotype. Next students, now we are discussing about the applications of karyotype. Applications of karyotype, otherwise you can simply say uses. So what is the purpose for this? Karyotype, nothing but separation of complete set of chromosome from the cell. and then we are arranging into a pairs, homologous pairs. That is called what? Karyotype. Now, what is the uses? First, with the help of this karyotype, we can identify the gender of individual. Or simply you can say, we can diagnose the sex of the fetus. Sex of the fetus. Whether it is male or female, we can observe, we can diagnose, or it helps to identify the gender of individual. Whether it is male or female, we can identify with the help of chromosomes. We know that female has two X chromosomes, male has XY chromosomes. So if it is Y chromosome is present, then you can say it is a male. If Y is absent, then we can say it is a female. So first point, it helps to identify the gender of individual or gender identification. The next one, next uses. We can observe the chromosomal aberrations. What is chromosomal aberrations? Nothing but abnormalities of chromosomes. For example, each cell has 46 chromosomes. Sometimes what happens, the chromosome may be less or excess. This condition is called chromosomal aberrations. It has various aberrations. There is, for example, deletion, duplications, then translocations, and one more is that is called non-disjunction of chromosomes. So these are the abnormalities takes place during cell division. So with the help of study about the chromosomes, we can easily observe that deletion means one chromosome is deleted, one chromosome is less, it is deleted. Duplication means sometimes one more chromosome will be added, so extra chromosome will be there. So these are the abnormalities. What is the normal thing? That is 46 chromosomes should be there. But what happens here, instead of 46, maybe 45 or maybe 47. So duplication occurs. And translocation, the chromosomes are there, they are same. There are 46 chromosomes are there. But what happens? They are rearranged, they are translocated from one place to another place. They will not the exact place. So they can change their places. That is called translocation. And last one is a non-disjunction of chromosomes, also abnormalities of chromosomes. With the help of karyotype, we can easily identify the gender of identification, gender of individual. The second thing is, with the help of this karyotype technology, we can diagnose the chromosomal aberrations. Next use is, it helps in identification of chromosome abnormalities. Chromosomes abnormalities, that is called, we can say, aneuploidy. Aneuploidy. So this is the one more disorders of chromosomes. So this also we can identify with the help of this technique, so that we can easily diagnose the diseases which occurs in the early embryonic stage. So next one is, with the help of this, it helps in detection of genetic disorders, or you can say genetic diseases. So in the embryo itself, sometimes what happens, some diseases will occur because of genes. So sometimes genes will not function, sometimes gene will not present. So what happens, some genetic disorders will occur, so that we can easily understand, we can easily diagnose the genetic disorders. The last one is, with the help of this karyotype, we can analyze the predicting the evolutionary, predicting the evolutionary relationship shift of the species. We can compare the evolutionary history of the species with the help of chromosomes. Once again, I want to repeat the significance or uses. Just listen, students. So applications of karyotype, nothing but uses. It helps to identify the gender of individual. We can identify the male or female. Next, we can identify the chromosomal aberrations, whether it is deletion is there, or duplication, or translocation, or non-disjunction. These are the chromosomal aberrations takes place inside the cell. So we can identify with the help of this technique. One more important aspect is, it helps to identify the chromosomal abnormalities. There is a normal condition is there. Sometimes the chromosomal abnormal will take place, that is called aneuploidy. It leads to various disorders, it leads to various complications, so that you can avoid this condition. Another uses is, it helps to detect the genetical disorders, and also we can predicting the evolutionary relationship between the species. These are the uses of karyotype. Next, students, now we will discuss the human karyotype. These are the general things. Now, especially in human karyotype, human karyotype. We know that chromosomes. So this is the basic structure of chromosomes. So this is centromere. This is arms. Okay, this is the basic structure. Now this is centromere, which is present in the center. So this region is called centromere. So based on the position of centromere, just listen carefully, students. Based on the position of centromere, based on the position of centromere. So which is centromere? This is centromere. So based on the position of centromere, the chromosomes are three types. How many types? Three types. What are the types? One is called metacentric. Second one, submetacentric. The third one, acrocentric. So once again, based on the position of centromere, we are classifying the chromosome into three categories. This is the basic concepts of karyotype. We are arranging the chromosomes based on the centromere. There are three types of chromosomes. One is called metacentric, the second one is called submetacentric, the third one is called acrocentric. So what is metacentric? Nothing but, see here students, so this is centromere. Just imagine the first one. This is centromere. So two arms are there. So the centromere is in center. So the two arms are equal. So this is arms, centromere, So the two arms are equal in size. Equal in size. Two arms are equal in size. Now it is called what? Metacentric. So what about submetacentric? The second one. So here this centromere, here one arm is there, but here what happens? A small arm is there. So it gives unequal arms. So it is unequal arms. This is centromere. Now this type of chromosomes comes under submetacentric. This is metacentric, which gives two equal arms. It is submetacentric, which gives two unequal arms. Two unequal arms. Whereas in third type, that is acrocentric here. So like this. So like this, centromere is there, one arm is very short. Now this is called what? Acrocentric. So with the help of this karyotype, we are separating the chromosomes from the cell and then arranging in the pair. That is called what? Karyotype. For this karyotype process, we are using a substance that is called what? Colchicine. This colchicine arrests the cell division during metaphase stage, not in meiosis, in metasis cell division. So after that, we are separating the chromosomes, then photograph the chromosomes, then cut the photograph of chromosomes into fragments, and then we are arranging it in a homologous pair. That is called karyotype. And what are the uses? We have discussed already. So what are the types of human karyotype? Three types are there based on the position of centromere. One is metacentric, which gives two equal arms. One is submetacentric, which gives two unequal arms. Whereas acrocentric, only one arm is bigger, like this structure. So this is called what? Acrocentric.